Hello, good morning friends. Today I will show you how we can implement the k-means algorithm in Python. Okay, over here I am using Jupyter Notebook for Python programs. Okay, these are the necessary libraries which we need to import to run the programs. Okay, the purpose of using this library is to call the required functions. Okay, now next over here I have using the one CSV file tally customer. Okay, inside this file I have data. Inside this file the data is given like region, then tenor, then age, then marital status, then address, then income, then education, employer, retire, gender, reside, then customer category. Okay, this is the data which is given inside the CSV file. Okay, so we are using this, we are in this program we are using this CSV file. Okay, now we are reading this CSV file, and after reading it is stored in the df. Okay, now we are calling the head function. Okay, head function. So top 5 rows of the CSV file will be displayed. Head function is generally used to display the top 5 rows. Okay, after this what we have done, we have just counts the values of the customer category. Okay, as I told you, inside this my excel file there is a last column customer category. Okay, total we have 4 categories, 1 2 3 4. Okay, now suppose from this file I want to count the number of the customers which are in the category 1, the number of the customers which are in the category 2, same way in the category 3 and 4. Okay, so this is the purpose of this line df customer category dot values then count. So this count function returns the values of each customer category. Over here in the output you can see this 3 is the 3 customer category. In the third category we have total 281 records. Then in the first category we have 266 customers. Then in the fourth category 236. Okay, in this way, count returns the total count based on the customer category. Okay, the 236 are the customers which are in the category 4. The 217 are the customers which are in the category 2. Now, after this, we are plotting one histogram based on the income, based on the income of this customer. Okay, so hist is the function which is used to plot the histogram. Okay, so this is the histogram which is plotted based on the income of the user. Then next is the we are reading this columns. We are reading these columns: region, tenor, age, marital, address, income, and it is stored in the x. Okay, after this we are reading the top 5 rows. Okay, after this we are reading the top 5 rows of this x. So this is the output of this. Okay, these are the top 5 rows of these attributes. Then next is we are just displaying the customer category values. Okay, we are just storing the customer category values in the y. Okay, after that we are displaying the y. So these are the values of the y in the top 5 rows. Okay, over here we have written 0 colon 5. So in the top 5 rows these are the customer categories. Okay, the top 5 rows belongs to these categories. After this what we have done, we have normalized the data. Okay, after this we have normalized the data, and this is possible using this function preprocessing dot standard scalar dot fit then transform x dot this this function is basically stand for as a type then float. We are converting this x into float values. Okay, we are converting the values of the x into the float values. Okay, after this we are displaying the top 5 rows. Okay, as above you can see the x contains the normal values. Okay, x contains the regular values. Now after this we are transferring these values of the x into the float values using this function as type. Then in the argument we have to give the data type. Okay, so over here we have converted the values into the float. Now we will split our data into two sets, train test and the split test set. Okay, so this is the library which we are using over here, sklearn, then dot model selection, then we have to import the train underscore test underscore split. Okay, now over here what we have done, we have given the test size equals to 0.2. That means the overall size of the overall excel file we have considered, that is it is 100%. Out of this 100% we have taken 20% data for the test set. Okay, out of this 100% we have taken 20% data for the test and 80% data to train our system. Okay, so over here you can see there is test size equals to 0.2. Okay, that means we have considered 20% data is taken for the test and 80% data is used to train our model. Okay, after this it is nothing but just we have displayed the values of the, or we can say data of the train set and the test set. Over here there is a dot shape. This dot shape is used to display the dimension of the array. Okay, over here you can see in our excel file these are the total, we have total 11 attributes. Okay, these are the 11 attributes of our 11 attributes are present in our excel file. Okay, this is nothing but we can say it is a dimension. Okay, so this shape will return the dimension of the array. Okay, so over here you can see there is an 11 and 800 rows are present in the train set, so it will return the 800, and test set contains the 20%, that is the 200. Total records are the 1000. So next over here we have divided our data into the two sets, train set and the test set. Now we will apply the classification algorithm k, k, k nearest neighbor. Now for this we have to import this neighbors library. Then we have called the k nearest neighbor classifier. Okay, and its result is stored into the clf. Then what we have done, we will train our model by calling this fit function. Okay, we have trained our model by calling this fit function xtrain then ytrain. Okay, this xtrain is nothing but it is the record. Okay, it contains the all the record values of the for the 11 columns, and this ytrain, it is nothing but it contains the customer labels. Okay, that means as I told you, in the y we have stored the, I will tell you, in the y we have stored the customer categories. Okay, like customer belongs to the first category, third category, fourth category. Okay, in this way we have total 4 categories. So y contains the total customer categories. Okay, 1 2 3 4. For example, this customer belongs to this category, so that category is given into the y. So we have trained our system, okay, using the xtrain and ytrain. Okay, after this we have just displayed the clf. Okay, then we will predict. Now we will test our model using the test data. Okay, now over here we have called the predict function by using the test value. Okay, and result is stored into the y hat. Okay, after this we have just displayed the first 5 rows values of this y hat. Okay, so we have predicted the customer categories for this first 5 rows. These are, they are the 3 1 3 2 4. Okay, we have predicted the customer category for this test data and the result is stored into this variable. After this, we have just displayed the customer categories for the first 5 rows. Okay, so they are the 3, 1, 3 to 4. Okay, after this, we have calculate the accuracy. Okay, so to calculate the accuracy, we need to import the matrix library. Okay, and we need to call this function score. Okay, we need to call the function score. In this we have given the argument y train. Okay, that is the train data. Then the x train. Okay, so whatever is the value, that will be printed over here. Then after this we have calculate the accuracy for the y test and the y hat. Okay, based on this the accuracy will be calculated and it will be printed over here. So for the train data we will get the accuracy 0.5475, and for the test data we get the accuracy 0.32. Okay, this is how we can implement the k nearest neighbor algorithm in Python. Okay, thank you.